Tired of being single? Well, maybe you should lower your standards a little bit. My new boyfriend is a volleyball taped to a broom, and we're very happy.
The dating scene in your 30s.
This is the worst.
Hey, I'm gonna go cry for a little bit. It's probably gonna be like a 30-45 minute-er. And then I'm gonna come back out here and get back at it. Okay?
Yep. Alright, yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Just gotta do it.
Dating in your 40s, I tell you what it is. The first question you ask when you go on a date is there someone who thinks they're in a relationship with you?
Do we want to be in a relationship? We do. Do we want to date people? We do not. So how do we go about fixing that? We cry.
Cry.
You have to let me go.
Cry.
You have to let me let you go.
Crying resolves everything, guys.
Cry me a river, baby, you cry me
Yes.
a river.
Welcome back, guys, to another video of women hitting
The wall. No man on earth can make you fall.
To the men who say they'd rather date younger women because older ones are damaged and they don't want to deal with all that baggage, one, it's clear you don't have empathy for yourself to recognize that everyone's damaged, including you. And if you say, no, I don't let things bother me, you're lying.
how can a man be damaged if he understands the nature of women, what women want, how women think? How can we be damaged? I'm not damaged, ma'am. I'm in a happy relationship.
You probably can't even access where you were hurt since childhood because
Oh, okay, so I'm damaged since childhood. Okay, ma'am, let's say you're right. What does that have to do with dating? What?
us women who have dated older guys, while in the beginning it might seem like everything's fine and you have everything taken care of, when you start peeling back the layers in a long-term relationship, you see.
So can you see, guys, the key thing is she dated older men and she didn't complain back there when she was in her 20s. But now she's complaining. Why? Because now men her age are choosing to date younger women. And now, and only now, that's a problem. But back then, when she was in her 20s, it was not a problem. She didn't even discuss about it.
He's got stuff. And who's willing to put up with that stuff? That woman. You just want the easy route of not doing the work on yourself and having low intimacy.
Real reason why men date younger women is not because of their physical appearance, their bodies. No, because today with plastic surgery and everything else, you barely know who is.
Ma'am, I can tell, even if you have plastic surgery, your age. You can't fool a man regarding your age.
40 and who's 18. Guys date younger women because they're easily manipulated. They're gonna be very happy with a few crumbs because...
Of course, guys, our preferences are always shamed. Women can have a list of preferences. They want men that earn a lot of money, that are over 6 feet, that look a certain way, that act a certain way. They must have this, they must have that. If we want to date younger women, that is not accepted.
maybe they didn't experience much in the world. They're gonna be just easily impressed. And it's way cheaper to date a younger girl.
Okay, so I have to work harder and pay more to impress a girl, a woman that is older, that has more damage, that has more trauma from previous relationships, that has a high body count. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with option B, ma'am.
Thank you. Come again.
They want a woman who is extremely sexually explorative.
Are you ready for my take? Okay, Jasmine, I appreciate that you may have had a particular personal experience with older men, but older men do not seek out younger women to date because they want an extremely sexually explorative woman.
Yes. And I heard a lot of you guys say, oh, but women nowadays, even in their 20s, they have a high body count. Okay, You're completely right. But just think about it. That same woman that now is in her 20s, when she will be 30, 35, she will have a higher body count. So when would you like to date her? Now that she's 20 or when she's 35 and has more baggage, more trauma, and a higher body count than now? I don't get your point. It's not logical what you're saying.
Older men who are healthy are seeking younger women because they're supposed to be more sexually pure. They're supposed to have less sexual partners. They're supposed to have less baggage, less trauma, and ultimately,
I should use that. Less trauma, less drama. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
they should respect them more, because a lot of older women become jaded and they may be abrasive and difficult to deal with. But ultimately,
yes, they're set in their ways. You know that old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
younger women are just naturally more beautiful and more fertile. And so especially if an older man is late to the game and he's just starting out with trying to have a family, of course he's going to want to pick a younger woman.
Yes, of
or
course.
Or maybe he wants to continue building his family legacy and he wants to have more children. So of course he's going to want to pick someone ultimately who is more fertile and able to have children.
I'm going to go.
What, just because they're 25 and talk like babies and I'm a 41-year-old mother of two whose hip pain has spread to her jaw? I hear it, but I'm still out of your league.
A woman on your level is going to be familiar with where you should be at that age.
Yeah, he's talking about us. So this whole narrative that keeps getting pumped out about, you know, if you're an older guy, you should date a younger woman and all of these different things because they're more...
Ma'am, nobody is forcing men to like younger women. It's in our evolutionary biology.
More impressionable and they're more moldable. There is a huge, portion to the narrative that keeps being left out. And that's the reason that quote unquote older women are more difficult to be with. A lot of these women got married very young. They checked off the boxes. They did things in a more traditional way, maybe.
So if you already had a failed marriage, the second marriage has a higher chance to fail. So why would I want that? I don't get it. Why? Why would any man want that?
Maybe they had their babies when they were in their 20s. They got married right out of college. The big picket fence and the homes, they've already done that. They've already been wifed. They've already been flown all over the world. They've already had men invest in them and build businesses together. So they've already been kept, which means their expectations are higher. So yes, women that are at your level at that age want and need.
Okay, so why would I have to work more, put in more time, more effort, more money to impress a woman that is older, that has already been married, that has kids? Why? Why? I don't want a woman that has been flown everywhere. Why? I don't want that. I don't want a woman that has been all over the world, that has been to all the restaurants, that I can't impress, that I can't take on a first date to somewhere that she hasn't been before. Why would I want that? Why? I want my girlfriend, my wife, I want to give her the world. I want her to experience everything for the first time. And I want to be the one that makes that happen. Why would I want to be with a woman that already has done that with other men?
And expect more.
I work in finance in a male-dominated industry, and I'm going to tell you why older guys date younger women. I have all these guys around me that I see doing that, and I asked 100 men, whether they're doing that now or not. I asked 100 men, why do you date younger women?
The answer doesn't even matter. She admits that all the men around her date younger women. That should be enough. It doesn't matter the reason. Every man has his own reasons, even if what I'm saying is not universal. She just proved that every man that is around her, that is a businessman, dates younger women. That should be enough.
Every single guy, every single one, told me that the reason that they like dating younger women is because they're easier to deal with. And I was like, what does that mean, easier to deal with? And they said, well, she doesn't challenge me. It's not always a back and forth, back and forth. I just tell her something and it just is.
Yes, why would I want a woman to argue with me all the time? When I say something to my girlfriend, she does it. She knows that I know better. Because I'm older, because I've been through life, because I've seen more, because I know more. Why would I want a woman that thinks she knows more than me, but she doesn't? And she wants to argue all the time. But why do you do this? But why that? But why go there? But why? I don't have the time or the patience for that. I don't want another man. I want a woman that can trust me, can trust my leadership. When I say something, she knows I know best. I know what's best for us. And she trusts me. She trusts my leadership. Why would she want to argue with me on a subject? Why? That means that your woman doesn't trust you.
And life is just much easier that way without someone always challenging you and asking you questions. Translation, younger women are more gullible. And if you're a younger woman, this is not
Of course, can you see how jaded she is? Can you see that, guys? Of course.
a knock on you. I was gullible when I was younger too, when I was in my 20s and 30s.
All of them dated older men in their 20s and didn't complain. Now, all of a sudden, it's a problem. It's a very big problem, guys.
I want a bunch of beta orbiters and Sims fawning over me.
Like a lot of people, I used to think that I needed to find the right person to be happy. But that was before I discovered dying alone. With dying alone, you no longer need to impress others. It also includes feeding birds and sitting on park benches alone. Terms and conditions apply. Please seek assistance if you find yourself downloading those crap dating apps to help.
Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
I forgot to buy the small violin, guys. Sorry, but I have so many stuff on my head. I need to buy that. Today I will order it online. After I finish this video, I promise, guys, I will order it online.
I'll do the number 7.
Number 11?
7.
Number 11?
7.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
It's okay. Number 7.
Okay, number 11.
Hello. What do I do?
Okay. All right, now let's see. Where were we? Oh, yes. In the pit of despair.
Remember that one time that you asked a guy for like the bare minimum? And he told you that you were asking for too much? Do you remember that? Yeah, I remember.
By the way, guys, that's a filter that you can use on TikTok. And lots of women use that for some reason.
Remember that.
It's hard to believe I'm walking through the ruins of the first ever city, because I'm not. That's in Iraq, which is miles away.
No, ma'am, you're not the only one struggling. I have a list of videos with women exactly in your position, ma'am.
I think messages like this are really interesting. I have dated for the better half of 10 years. Yikes. You know, and I've been rejected. I've rejected people. I have been in loving long-term relationships, short-term relationships. I've been ghosted. I've had all of these experiences. And one thing I know is I'm not for everybody.
What man wouldn't want to date her after all these experiences? What man? I don't get it. She's perfect.
The reason that I posted all those rejections was to help normalize that this is something that we all go through when we're dating.
My Tinder date dumped me 3 days before Christmas, and here's what I learned. That I am fucking amazing. No, but seriously, something that I realised when I was dating this guy is, this is the epiphany that I had. Every moment that we shared and every date that we went on, I'm the magic.
Guys, only women can think like this. She got dumped And she's the magic, guys. She's everything.
I'm the reason why the date feels so good. We, the women, are the prize. We have a power inside of us that men do not possess.
Yes, ma'am, it's called the power to drive men away and be single forever.
What's it like dating in Australia? Well, buckle up. This is going to be an ugly ride. So I was talking to this older guy in church, and he was like, I met my wife 20 years ago in church. What's dating like now? It's beeping awful, David. That's how it is. So I told him about my last date, how we decided to go on a hike in Noosa called Hell's Gate. That should have been my first clue about how this is going to turn out. Partway into the hike, this guy turns to me and says, yeah, so I want kids, but I'm worried about your biological clock. Okay, I was worried I wasn't wearing enough sun cream, but sure, you carry on. Well, I like you, but I just don't want to waste your time because you don't have much time, biologically speaking. Okay, we're the same age. Yeah, but it's...
Yes, ma'am, but it's not the same. That's why men prefer to date younger women. How do women not get this?
worse for women, isn't it? I wonder if I can jump off that cliff. Oh my gosh, that sounds awful. Don't interrupt, David. I haven't got to the worst part yet. Because I'm on this date now feeling really nervous and awkward, and for some reason I keep on going, oh my gosh, do you hear that? Oh no, what is it? Tick, tick, tick. It's my biological clock ticking away. So that's how dating's going, David. So not bad then.
Okay, maybe TikTok can help me understand something. So, it's been a while since
Anybody that tries to find advice about their dating life on TikTok needs to reevaluate everything in their life.
I've dated, but I'm back in it now. But one of two things keeps happening. Either they pursue me rather aggressively, we kind of date for a while, whatever. They show all the signs that they're really into it. And then we have sex, and then I'm ready to be more serious, and they're gone.
What do I keep telling you guys? You have to see what somebody does. Don't just trust what they say.
Or, more recently, it seems like we'll talk for a little while, go on one date, and after that one date, they disappear. Never to be heard from again. And so, is it me?
Of course it's you, ma'am. If you go date after date after date, and it doesn't work out, who is the common denominator in all of this? It's not me, it's you.
Or is it dating in Los Angeles? Is it the pandemic? I'm trying really hard not to take it personally, but
You should.
Let's talk about dating in your 40s. Oh my God, what a mind fuck, I'm telling you. All I'm going to say is this. I am not here to play games. I lay it on the table what I want, and I mean what I say, and I'm looking to have the next 50 years of enjoying life.
Why didn't you do that in your 20s, ma'am, when you could pick any man you wanted? Why? Why do you have this epiphany only in your 40s? Why?
And I'm not going to muck around. So if you don't like what you hear, or if you don't like what I bring to the table, then I'm not the one. That's how it works. People just start to be honest with each other. Like, we don't need to play these silly games.
Women can't handle the truth. I've shown you this in lots and lots of videos, guys. Women can't handle the truth.
Let's face it, we're over.
I keep telling women the truth, video after video, and I've just been called a misogynist. That's it. Women don't want to hear the truth. They would prefer to live in a fairy tale.
I'm 40. I'm 47 now. Like, I just want to go and enjoy the next 50 years with someone and live life, because that's what it's about.
I'm going on 28 dates in the month of February. I'm 31. I'm very single. I live in New York City. Okay, this guy said that's why you're still single. LMAO. I'm like basically doing like the whole 30, but for dating. I am so comfortable just chilling. It's winter. So like this is my way to push myself to go on more dates. I'm interpreting his comment as like him saying like I'm single because maybe I'm sharing this journey on the internet.
Yes.
My intention is not to go into details about any of the men. I'll give like very
It doesn't matter, ma'am. You are automatically disqualified from a lot of men just when they find out you have TikTok. Men in general don't want to deal with that. They don't. They don't want you to post videos each day about your life. They want their life to be private.
Broad strokes, my whole intention is inspire and go on this journey alongside other women. Sir, I'm not upset with you, but I want you to tell me why, like what your hypothesis is, because
He asked me today, why are you still single? Well, let me just tell you. The truth is, I have not met somebody who can handle all of this, okay? If I'm being honest.
Nobody can handle all of this, guys. Nobody. That's so much copium. Ma'am, you're single because men don't want to be in a relationship with you. It's like me saying, I'm poor because I want to be poor. No.
I really am okay with being single. Except for the days that I have to really carry something heavy, because that's just not fun. Or when I can't fix something alone because I'm not strong enough. Basically, 4 times this week, I really wanted my husband to be here already. Also, I'm planning a trip to the Galapagos Islands, and I was like, this would be better with my future husband. If you're somebody who asks people, why are you still single? Why are you still married? Why are you still breathing? Why are you so nosy? Why do you gotta keep reminding me of how single I am? Why don't you mind your own dang business? Anyways, that's why I'm still single.
Copium.
Today, anyways.
I don't know too much about dating. I am single, but let me tell y'all what we're not gonna do in 2023 is
I don't know much about money or finances, but let me tell you in what you should invest. That's exactly the same thing, ma'am.
it's this. If you're looking for a relationship, like you want a serious, committed relationship, what we're not gonna do is go with the flow and just see where things go. Okay? No, we're gonna have hard conversations with people. We're gonna put our needs and our expectations out there because there is gonna be zero excuse for them to give us to get out of that. Because when we are saying, let's just go with the flow, I don't want to put any pressure on this, what you're doing for the other person is you're giving them an excuse to waste your time, to waste your money, and then they are going to dip when something else comes along. There's zero
Of course, because women waste so much money on men when they're dating. So much money.
commitment there when we're saying let's just go with the flow and see where it goes. And that does not mean that you have to have a DTR conversation on the first, second, or third date even. That is fine.
I don't know what DTR means. Sorry guys, I don't know all the acronyms.
You don't have to have that conversation, but there needs to be a conversation had that explains what you're looking for. And you ask them what they're looking for. The thing too, don't let them say, if I meet the right person, then yeah, I want to get into a relationship. No. Don't give them a reason to get out of it. If I meet the right person. No, what do you want? Now, granted, there might be somebody out there that says, if I meet the right person, then I want a relationship, and they might mean it. But chances are, that's going to be an excuse for them to dip very shortly after. We're not wasting our time in 2023. We're going to date with intention, and we're going to say what we mean and mean what we say. Because that's how you get a long-lasting, committed relationship. We're done wasting our time on the losers. We got to date smart.
I am so tired of this narrative around single women in their 30s who are going through breakups or who are still single and haven't met somebody, because it's wrapped around this idea that relationships equal success for women and that having a child makes a woman more successful. Therefore, oh no, if she's going through a breakup or hasn't found anybody, she's running out of time. One, you can find love at any time.
No.
Two, it's okay to want kids and to be disappointed that maybe your last relationship didn't work out. But no, there are so many options and ways to have kids. Don't buy into society's pressure.
When people ask me why I'm still single, the first thing that goes through my head is to say, are you still in a relationship? But I know you can't say that back. I mean, you could, but I don't. I simply just say, haven't found the one. Just living my best life right now. I'm sure you've said that before, but I feel like there's no other really good answer to it.
If a woman is in her 30s, 35, 40, 50s even, and tells you she hasn't found the one, that can only mean that she's not a very good judge of character. So why would you want to be with her? Why?
PSA, the bare minimum is whatever you want it to be. And the higher standard you set for your bare minimum, the more high quality men you will attract. For example, if you decide to be realistic and you're like, no, like the bare minimum is just to be loyal and respectful and be nice to me and take me on a date, then you are now less likely to get any more than that. Because the man knows he's got you now, he's impressed you, why would he want to go above and beyond for you? Whereas if you're a bit of a bitch about it, like I am, sure, you're going to get a lot of men that hate on you.
You can see that she is dealing with a lot of men because she's still young. Just wait a few more years, guys. Just wait. She will be in another video of mine.
Like, oh my god, that's not bare minimum. You're never going to find a man. You're going to die alone in a flat with 2 cats. You'll get that hate, okay? But you know what else you'll get? You'll get big bouquets of flowers and you'll get taken on fancy dates.
Yes, by simps. By simps. Only simps will do that.
And you'll get every single door open for you. And you'll get a lifetime's worth of love and affection in the space of a day. Because you set your standard that high, so now that's what you're going to experience. All of your dating experiences are a result of what you decide to tolerate. So if you decide to be super polite and keep the basic bare minimum standard, which we'll call 10%, which is just respect and loyalty, then a man only has to go 15% to impress you. And then you'll be stuck there at 15%. Meanwhile, other girls are out here with 100% getting spoiled every single day. It's your choice.
Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.